This is the Louie T Network.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome to Lockdown Coverage Week number 5, the National Football League. New York Jets. 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 Taking on the Cleveland Browns. The factory of sadness is alive and may have never been better. Or should I say, may have never been sadder. As I usually say this time every week to Cleveland Browns fans, God bless Cleveland Browns fans. May God have mercy on your souls. I feel for you guys. I really do. For you die-hard Cleveland Browns fans that invest 3 to 3.5 hours every single week. You go to the home games. You support your Browns through thick and a ton of thin. God bless you guys. Boy, they make it tough. I can't even begin to imagine how tough it is. How excruciating it must be to be a loyal Cleveland Browns fan. They test your fandom each and every single week. Thank God for the Cleveland Indians. And you better enjoy your Cleveland Cavaliers for one more year because that ship is about to sink as well. But thank God for those other franchises in Cleveland right now. The Indians, the Cavaliers, they give you hope. They give you enough strength to be able to endure another year of Cleveland Browns football. When you can't beat the New York Jets at home, you got a long season ahead of you, buddy. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Unlike last year's team that I said they're going to win a game, I don't know if you're winning a game this year. I'm going to be honest with you. Your head coach, and look, I'm always in support of black head coaches. Always want to see the brothers do well. There are not enough of them. Always want to see my brothers do well. But damn it, Hugh Jackson, that's some dumbass coaching. And I never know what the hell Hubert is thinking about week in, week out. You're down 3, and you think it's a good idea to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 3? Really? Yeah, your field goal kickers missed 2 kicks, but not this close. You're going to go for it? And you're going to run it? Well then, congratulations to the New York Jets for winning 3 straight games. I thought that was impossible. Never once, looking at the schedule, never once after they won the first game, never once after they won the second game, never once did I think the Jets have a chance to win 3 straight games at any point in 2017. Hell, I didn't even know if they were going to win 3 games total this season. They're 3-2. I never thought they'd be over 500. Hell, for that matter, I thought they'd never hit 500, period, this season. Not only are they over 500, not only do they have a 3-game winning streak, they're at the top of their division. Can you believe that? Now, don't run too far with this. It's going to be short-lived. They don't get the Dolphins. Well, I actually lied. They do get the Dolphins once more. So they may win another game. But they don't get the Browns again. They don't get to do that. They don't get the Jags again. They don't get to do that again. So I'd like to think that this whole fun charade that the Jets are trying to pull right now, it's over with after this game. But I'm actually rooting for the Jets now. I'm actually rooting. I've always liked Josh McCown. Always. He's a really good guy. And Todd Bowles, another black head coach, you know I'm pulling for him. You know I want him to do well because I said, poor Todd Bowles, he's going to get fired. And he doesn't deserve it because he doesn't have a quarterback. And that very well may play out when it's all said and done. They may not win another game this season. They may lose, 11 straight. It's possible. Wait. Yeah, 11 straight. That would put them at 3-13. It's possible. It's not going to happen. But hell, if they lose their last 9 out of 11 and finish up 5-11 after being 3-2, he might still get canned. And now, I think what might actually happen to him, this 3-game winning streak might have been the worst thing that could have happened to him. Because now, I think there may be false expectations, not only in that locker room, but more importantly, in that front office, that they actually should win games now because, hell, they won 3 in a row. Why can't they continue to win? Because you're not a good team. That's why. But in any event, I'm not here to dwell on the future failings of this Jets football team. Let's deal in the here and now. They won 3 in a row. Celebrate. You won 3 games in a row, damn it. You're over 500, and you are atop the AFC East. Hey, it may be with 2 other teams, but hey, no need in dealing with semantics, okay? You're in first place. Celebrate. You may not be able to say that the remainder of this season. So enjoy this. If you haven't already done so, what are you waiting on? Subscribe to the Louie T Network for more great content in 2017 and beyond. We're changing the game. Want you to help us do that by simply hitting the subscribe button and becoming a member of the Louie T Network. I've got a number of social media platforms that you can subscribe to: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They're all in the description below, as well as how to donate to the channel on PayPal. The link is right before you on the screen. It's also in the description below. So check out the description. A lot of helpful information moving forward for you down there. If you want to stay in tune to what's going on with this channel, the description will help point you in the right direction. With that being said, let's jump into this breakdown. We start with the Jets, who have won 3 games in a row. I don't know how the hell they've managed to do that, but when you play the Dolphins, who are horrible, the Jags, who win 1 week, lose 1 week, and you caught them on a lose week, and the Browns in 3 consecutive weeks, maybe that's how you get it done. But you still got to go out and win, and you were able to do that, winning 2 out of those 3 games at home, this one on the road. Hats off to the Jets, man. It was never pretty. None of those games was pretty. Maybe the first one versus the Dolphins where you dominated and should have gotten a shutout, but won 20-6. Maybe that was the pretty one. But for the most part, they've all been gritty in a dub. So who gives a damn what they look like? At the end of the day, a win's a win's a win in the National Football League, and the Jets have been stacking them up like bricks. So you go, Jets. And Josh McCown not really turning it over. And that's the difference right now is that, yeah, there's probably going to be 1 interception somewhere in there. Most times with Josh McCown, that's the case. But he's throwing 2 touchdown passes at least, and he's taking care of the football when he needs to. He's not throwing away scoring opportunities for the most part, although he did do that against Jacksonville last week when he fumbled and threw the ball backwards. But that's nor here nor there. He's making the plays necessary to put this team in a position to win, and that they are doing as they've won 3 in a row. The run game without Forte, and even when he was in the lineup, wasn't that great to begin with. They're starting to use Elijah McGuire a little bit more, and I think he does offer you a little something different out of the backfield aside from Forte and Bilal Powell. And so I think he does bring a little different element, a little bit of a wiggle out of the backfield, and then that dynamic ability to hit a seam and go much faster than slow. So I do like the fact that they're trying to make a concerted effort to get him more touches in his offense. Jermaine Kearse was the best thing you could have done preceding this season. There are a number of teams that probably would kill to have Jermaine Kearse. I'm looking at the Bills and saying, you could have got your hands on some Jermaine Kearse for, what would you give up, a 4th round pick? Didn't you give up a player? Like, wasn't it a straight up swap? some garbage for Jermaine Kearse? Oh, you gave up Sheldon Richardson. Never mind. You gave up a good player, and you got a good player in return. He's been outstanding for you. And I didn't know what Jermaine Kearse would look outside of Seattle. I thought he was a product of his environment. Russell Wilson running around, throwing it up for grabs, and him going up and getting the football. No, he's actually good. Jermaine Kearse is actually good. And he's been playing really good for this Jets football team. I've been really impressed with him. Probably more so than anybody else on the offensive side of the football, that is. On the defensive side, Darren Lee has been a man amongst boys, running around, hitting people behind the line of scrimmage. His speed is blinding. Those Ohio State boys, man, they're from a different world. Darren Lee and Ryan Shazier are from different planets. Those guys have tremendous speed, the likes of which you won't see with many other linebackers in this league. That's frightening. And he's playing at a very, very high level. And his Jets defense been playing some good football and getting it done. And they continue to make plays when they're needed, and they find ways to get it done. And they did it in this game. Look, the Browns helped them out tremendously in this game with all the mistakes and missed opportunities. That's not your problem. Your problem is to take advantage of those missed opportunities and mistakes and help them get you a W. And you did that. Hats off to the Jets. And look, you found yourself a field goal kicker in the process too in Cantizaro. He's been outstanding. He banged home, a 57-yarder right before the half? Whatever it was tremendous. And that turned out to be the difference in the game. You gotta love that stuff, man. So right now, the Jets are doing all of the things necessary to win defensively, special teams, offensively. They're doing it right now, whether it's creating turnovers, whether it's taking those turnovers to turn them into points, or just converting field goals and opportunities when you get the chance to do so. That's what winning football is all about. That's why the Jets have won 3 games in a row. Hats off to the Jets. May you continue your streak of winning. I'm pulling for you. I don't think it's going to happen, but who am I to say? Just keep doing what you've been doing, and maybe you can keep winning. Hats off to the Jets. You go to the Browns, don't want to spend a ton of time on them. They frustrate me to no end. Hugh Jackson right now is on my shit list of head coaches right now. I don't think he is getting the whole head coaching thing, okay? I don't think he understands how to will his team to a victory, how to make moves. He's playing checkers, and everyone around him is playing chess, and he's just outclassed right now. And I thought Hugh Jackson was smarter than what he is. I gave him too much credit. There was a reason why he wasn't read up in Oakland, and I'm starting to see why. Hugh doesn't get it. Hugh doesn't get it. Hogan should have been starting from the beginning of the season. He gives you the best chance to win. We've said this a number of times. Kaiser was in no position to start. There's a reason a ton of teams passed on him, wanted no parts of him. He wasn't ready to start week 1. He wasn't. Kevin Hogan should have been your starting quarterback. Week 1. You would have won a game by now. You probably would have won multiple games by now, had Kevin Hogan been your starter. And you even got a chance to rethink this whole Deshaun Kaiser starting thing when he got the headaches, the migraines in week 2 versus Baltimore. And Hogan came in and led a touchdown drive and gave you an opportunity in that game. You had a chance to say, damn, that was pretty impressive. Why don't we give Kevin Hogan a shot? No, you went right back to Deshaun Kaiser and watched him continue to F up week in and week out. Throwaway opportunities versus Indy. Stink it up last week versus the damn Bengals. And then watched him piss away opportunity after opportunity in this game in the first half before saying, you know what? Maybe Kevin Hogan could come in and give us a spark. No, F that. Had you started Kevin Hogan from the beginning, you would be in this position. This man comes in and leads you down the field. You actually get in the end zone. Deshaun Kaiser throwing picks. at the 2-yard line after driving the team all the way down the field. Deshaun Kaiser fumbling the goddamn football inside the 10-yard line with a chance to get points. His ass should have been out the goddamn game. And then I thought Zane Gonzalez was going to be one of the best rookie kickers. There were a number of rookie kickers. Jake Elliott out of Memphis. Thought he was going to be a good kicker, but I didn't think he was going to be better than Zane Gonzalez. He's kicking his ass off for the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Harrison Butker out of Georgia Tech. Thought he was going to be a really good kicker. Didn't think he would be better than Zane Gonzalez. He's kicking his ass off for the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Zane Gonzalez is missing kicks left and goddamn right. Missed 2 kicks in this damn game. You lose by 3. Damn it, man. Make your kicks. It's not hard. Oh, we got the football, 1st and goal, inside the 5, inside the 10. 4th and 2 from the 3. We're down 3. It's 10-7. Kick the damn field goal, Hugh. Tie the game up, Hugh. And then, okay, so you want to go for it. Defense, don't allow them to go 97 yards in 8 plays and score a touchdown and bust the game wide open. Don't do that. Jesus, guys. What is wrong with you guys? They had every opportunity to win this game. Every opportunity you could imagine. I found, just looking at the game from the scroll at the bottom of the screen as I'm watching other games, I found it hard to believe that they could lose this game. Every time I looked up, the Browns were inside the Jets' 20-yard line. On that CBS ticker across the screen or the Fox ticker, it would always be red. They were always in the other team's red zone. And every time I would look up, they would come away with no points. I said, how is this possible? Hell, the touchdown that they scored came outside the damn red zone. I'm baffled at how they threw this game away. I just don't understand. This team just doesn't know how to win. And their coach is the worst culprit. The Jets frustrate me. On the highest of highest levels, they're not even my favorite team. I shouldn't care. But it's ridiculous. I'm done with the Jets, man. Or excuse me, I'm done with the Browns. Jets get the win 17-14. They go to 3-2 on the season. 3 straight wins for the Jets. They're tied in a 3-way first place tie in the AFC East division. Good for the Jets. The Browns are 0-5. And I think they're going to be one of the last teams to win a game this season. The Giants look awful. The 49ers are close. This Browns team seems close. I don't have any confidence in this Browns team whatsoever. They're a joke. Let's get to some of your comments. If you want your comment read, use the hashtag LouieTLive. 32J says, it's rough, man. I wouldn't wish being a Browns fan on anyone. At least Garrett looks good for his 19 snaps. Yeah, let me comment on that though. It was good to see Myles Garrett out there. It was good to see him get 2 sacks. That's going to help this football team moving forward. And you want to know that the investment that you made in the first overall selection was a good one. And so far, so good on the return on that investment right now. We want to see more of him, obviously. We want to see him stay healthy. That's been a problem since he's come on board. I want to see him stay healthy. I want to see him continue to produce. If he is what we think he's going to be, he's going to help them win some games down the road. So that at least that's encouraging. Like you said, 32J Lock. But boy, is it bad. Man, is it bad. Is it tough to watch. Silver V says, after watching Todd Bowles mic'd up, I am not sure he is head coach material. I love to see black coaches getting opportunities, but I don't see a winner's attitude. Sorry. I don't know if Todd Bowles is head coaching material either. I think he's a guy that he doesn't say much, so mic'd up isn't going to be his thing. All right? He's not a guy that says much. He's a guy that does a lot of his talking behind the scenes, doesn't show a lot of emotion, much like the Lions head coach. Doesn't show a ton of emotion. That's not what he does. So you're not going to get a lot out of him, especially when he's mic'd up. So I'm rooting for Todd Bowles, man, in New York. RG3 hashtag says, I already was giving up on Myles Garrett, calling him a bust. Don't do that. RG3 hashtag says, who is the worst team in the NFL, the Giants or the Browns? Because we suck like always. Hard to say, man. Right now, I think the Browns may be closer with all the injuries that the Giants have. The Browns may be closer, but the Browns are horrible. So I refuse to say that they're closer than anyone to winning. So I'd say the Browns are the worst team because they know how to be bad. The Giants don't know how to be 2-14. They don't know how to do that. Now with Eli Manning at quarterback. You know, they know how to be 4-12. They know how to be 5-11, 6-10. They don't know how to be 1-15, 2-14. The Browns know all about that. So they're the worst team in the league. Brandon Williams says, I feel like DeShone Kizer can be a good quarterback for the Browns, but the problem is he's working with the worst receiving class in the league. That's not true. They don't have the worst receiving core in the league. And no, Kizer isn't good right now. He should never have started to begin with. He's not ready. And, their receiving core isn't great. I will grant you that. It's not the worst in the league. You can do much worse. The Bills, the Bears, there are worse receiving cores out there than this Browns receiving core. Make no mistake about it. Bottom line is, he's just not good right now. DeShone Kizer wasn't ready. He shouldn't have been starting. He doesn't know how to prepare. He doesn't make good reads. He doesn't make good decisions. He doesn't take care of the football. He had no business starting for this Browns team at all early on in this season. Maybe later on once the season went to hell in a handbasket, but he should not have been starting at the beginning of the season. He was in no position to be the number one guy on the depth chart, and they're paying for it right now. Rodney Ray says, the Browns need to put the ball in the hands of their playmakers like Duke Johnson. Why is Pepper still a returner? It was cool in college, but so was Miles Jack playing running back. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. That's why I didn't say anything about Duke Johnson getting the football. You know why? Because for the last month, for the last 4 weeks, I've said the same damn thing, and I get tired of repeating myself. Duke Johnson needs to touch the football more. Duke Johnson needs to touch the football more. Every time he touches the football, something good happens. Duke Johnson needs to touch the football more. 6 carries in this game, 3 catches. He catches 1 pass, takes it to the crib. Duke Johnson needs to touch the football more. I'm tired of repeating my goddamn self because they don't listen. And again, I'm just a professional football watcher. That's it. I don't claim to be anything other than that. And so I know what I see, and I'm not going to keep repeating myself. But we all know, all of us, which is the crazy part, Hugh Jackson's supposed to be such a smart offensive mind, but goddamn it, I can't tell because their running backs are the best thing they got on their team. All right? Seems like every time Crowell touches the football 20 times, good things happen. He never gets it 20 times. Duke Johnson touches the football. The more he touches it, the more good things happen. He doesn't touch it enough. So he's so goddamn smart, but yet in critical situations, his best players don't touch the football. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand what Hugh Jackson is trying to do. And why the hell is Jabril Peppers back there on punts? I told you he's not dynamic at all. He fumbled again in this game. Why the hell is he back there? Why? You can put Duke Johnson, you put anybody else back there. You like, take his ass off for goddamn punt returns. Rodney Ray says, the team decides to take and Todd Bowles still puts the Jets in position to win. And when they draft the first round QB, the reason they will want a QB whisperer coach. Maybe that is the case. I don't know. I wish well for Todd Bowles. That's all. That's all I'm looking for. Michael Thompson says the Browns enjoy losing. They try their best to lose, and it's actually impressive. It's ridiculous. A non sequitur here says Cam Newton will win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. Good luck with that one. We'll see what happens. In any event, I'm done with this breakdown. The Browns frustrate me to no end. Jets get the win. Let's talk about a team that's winning in the Jets. They get it done. They win their 3rd in a row. They're now 3-2. They're in first place in their division. Hey, how about that? Who in the hell knew the New York Jets, after 5 weeks of football, would A, be on a 3-game winning streak, B, be over 500, and C, be in first place in the AFC East? Never, ever, never would have thought that would be the case in 2017 with this Jets football team. But it's true. It's facts. Respect what they're doing, irregardless of who it's come against. Respect the Jets and their gangster right now as they get the job done 17-14 over the hapless Browns, who fall to 0-5 on the season. And I don't see a ton of good football in sight for these Browns. Hopefully Kevin Hogan is starting moving forward. That's the best move they could make to give them a chance to win. But we shall see. In any event, it's going to do it for your man Louie T here on the Louie T Network. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the Lab Room. Lockdown coverage. Jets 17, Browns 14. Jets 3-game winning streak continues as they are now 3-2 on the season. Browns drop to 0-5. Got more lockdown coverage coming your way, including Panthers and Lions. We've got Raiders and Ravens. And we've also got another game. I can't think of what it is, but it's coming in any event. So come back, join me as I wrap up the final 3 games that we haven't addressed in week number 5 of the National Football League here on Lockdown Coverage. I'm your man Louie T, signing off. I'll see you a little bit later as we break down the remaining 3 games in week number 5. I'll see you then. Have a good one.